I try to make my projects look fun and if not easy then at least straightforward with the Raspberry Pi Pico. Projects rarely go exactly to plan though. I take wrong turns all the time and get stuck and have to take a different route. I want to share with you some of those mistakes and how to avoid them so that you don't have to lose as much hair as I have. So let's avoid these issues together. Hi, I'm John, your concierge to the world of the Raspberry Pi Pico, robotics, IoT and other fun tech. This is a slightly different video as no code repo or build is involved. Connectors are often the bane of my life. I spent days fixing bugs in code that turned out to be dodgy connections on a breadboard. I think there are two connector problems. My first is often working out what type of connector XYZ module is using. There are lots of different connector types, and unless you know the name, it's almost impossible to search or buy them. When it comes to recognizing connectors, then this is just an experience thing, unfortunately. But the great thing is that we have social media now, so there's always someone out there who can give you some advice and answer the question of what that connector is. Spider-Man said, "With great power comes great responsibility." He was so right. When I first started with the Raspberry Pi Pico, I started playing with WS2912B LEDs, or NeoPixels, as one of the manufacturers calls them. I wanted to use 144 RGB LEDs in a 1 meter strip as a lightsaber lamp. I knew this was going to draw a reasonable amount of current, so I had a decent power supply for the strip. So with 144 RGB LEDs brightly lit, I noticed smoke drifting across my desk and of course immediately panicked. What I was doing was burning insulation off of the Cat6 cable. So be aware that currents you're using and use the right gauge wire. It's really important. The internet is full of such amazing components. Of course, the first question is, will it work with the Pico? And 99% of the time, the answer has got to be yes. But this is the wrong question for my projects. The question should be, can I get it to work with the Pico? The key to getting components working with the Pico is to do your research. Are there quality libraries and projects as examples that demonstrate working with exactly the component we are buying? I use code repos off of GitHub all the time. I use it for sharing my code. It's also a version repository of the stages my projects have gone through. It's really useful to be able to wind back quickly to a working version of my code and then to move forward from there. So my advice is to check things in often, at least every time you get a working or near working bit of code. Assumptions kill. I try to work at some pace. I can't hang around for too long on a project. This means I tend to make assumptions and sometimes those assumptions are wrong. So take note of your assumptions and do some research to avoid issues in your projects. It's not uncommon for me to get halfway through a project and realise I need to do some surgery on the foundations. If I have designed things well and it's componentized, then I can replace a software component in quite a straightforward way. But testing it all works though can be a lot more work. Unit testing and having that pack of regression tests really helps me in being able to refactor my code and therefore develop at speed. I'm sure there are lots of other potential pitfalls in your projects. I'd love to hear your examples. Please add a comment below and tell me your mistakes and how to avoid them. If this video or any of my videos helped you out, why not buy me a virtual coffee or lunch? I'd really appreciate it. There's now a super thanks feature live on my channel videos. Just click the button underneath the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then why not hit that like button? It gives me confidence to make more. And please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video. Goodbye for now.